What's going on, everyone? My name is Jeff. So a stock that I've recently took a lot of interest in is CannTrust Holdings, and the ticker symbol is CTST, okay? It's been very highly requested here on the channel. Of course, I have not invested into CannTrust yet, but I was watching very closely on their last earnings report, and I'm starting to believe this stock is at a turnaround point, okay? The chart here on Robinhood, guys, it only goes back to February. That's when CannTrust was uplisted to the New York Stock Exchange. I made a video about that. And as you can see, over the past 3 months, it's really been all downhill. It made this brief run up to $10 in March, but since that time has lost nearly 50% of its value, trading all the way under $6 again. So we really need to go to the TRST exchange listing and look at that chart where it came onto the market 2017. We're gonna do that in just a moment, guys. And I'm also gonna make my 1-year price prediction on CannTrust. And I highly suggest you do the same too, guys. Go down to the comment section and tell me, where do you think CTST will be trading at in 1 year? I'm really excited to hear some of these answers. I will have my prediction posted down in the comment section and it will be pinned. And also, I have not invested into CannTrust yet. My biggest MJ holding, of course, being Aurora Cannabis. My second being ticker symbol MJ. And then third being CGC. I have very, very small holdings in a couple other MJ companies, but have not took a swing at CannTrust yet. And I think there is a very compelling argument that it is a strong buy here under $6 a share. Alright guys, you know the drill. Drop a thumbs up on this video if you're enjoying it. I appreciate all the support, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. So I've got the TSE listing pulled up here for CannTrust, and the ticker symbol in Canada is TRST. Now this tells a lot better story about the past 2 years for CannTrust, as it came onto the market in August of 2017 around $2.30 per share. So as you can see, this stock has multiplied itself in value several times since being listed on the TSC. In early 2018, guys, traded all the way up well over $12 a share, then got itself back down around 6 and 7 before the huge MJ boom in October of last year, where it traded itself over $14 a share very temporarily, then took a downswing with the rest of the market here in December, trading all the way back down to $6 and $7 a share. Keep in mind, this is from the Canadian listing, so those of us that trade here in the United States, these numbers are going to be a little bit different, but it's still the exact same charting. Then right here in March, like I just mentioned on the Robinhood chart, guys, traded itself back up over $13 a share, and it's been pretty much all downhill since. And this is what the past 3 months have looked like for CannTrust, where I think it is perhaps a bottom has set in, because it has bounced back a little bit from their last earnings report, and I think this sentiment has gotten a lot more bullish for CannTrust. So I've really been debating on adding this to my portfolio. I closed out on some call options last week, made a little bit of money from that, and I'm thinking about putting some of those funds and trying to buy CannTrust under $6 a share. Now with that said, this stock could trade down even lower for a while, simply because the markets are so volatile and we're not seeing a steady and consistent direction in the stock market. But you cannot deny this company's value. They currently have about a $1.14 billion market cap. And so you all know how I am. I try to be mostly a fundamental investor. Sometimes I do pure startup investing if I believe a stock is going to move, if it has the amount of volume behind it to make it run. But here is the reason I did not invest into CannTrust. This goes back to March 28th when they had their Q4 earnings report, and they missed on Q4 GAAP EPS by 22 cents. And then this was the big one for me, guys, is that they missed revenue by $4.82 million, and the guidance was not looking very good after this earnings report, which immediately told me this stock was going to trade down lower, and I needed to give it a little time before I bought in. And like I mentioned at the start of the video, I was watching and waiting very closely for this earnings report that just came out on the 14th, so it was only 4 days ago. I'm sure many of you are well aware of the results of this report, but the top line was up 117%, and of course they had revenue of $16.9 million, and that boosted them up 116.7% year over year. Now their medical sales were up 58%, and their wholesale, that accounted for $5.5 million of revenue. Then I also took into account that their net income came up 12.3%. Of course, they did see a $3.8 million loss, which, like I said, is very manageable in comparison to a lot of these other MJ companies. And guys, let's just face it, all of these MJ companies are experiencing efficiency issues in these early stages, okay? We can't really hold that against them. All we can hope they do is that they improve quarter over quarter. I think we've seen some big improvements from Aurora Cannabis, and I believe CannTrust did some work here in this area too. Some of these figures are very, very impressive, especially for a company with a $1 billion market cap, but their harvested production of 9,424 kilograms, that was up 438% year over year. I think that in alone, despite what sales figures or loss figures are, guys, they certainly are harvesting and holding enough product to grow this company out a lot bigger. Their total dried equivalent grams per sold was 3,114. That was up almost 200% year over year. Now, this is another negative thing that I do want to point out, even if you are a CannTrust bull, is back on the 2nd of May, the stock dropped 12% on news of its public offering of 30.9 million common shares at $5.50. So the underwriters over allotment is an additional 4.6 million shares. So when news of this came out, guys, it dropped the stock around 12%. And I have that pulled up right here. As you can see, on the 1st of May, CannTrust closed at $6.44. And by the 2nd of May, that was after the public offering, it was trading at $5.59. That would have been a really good time to take a position in CannTrust. But I just didn't have a lot of confidence in this last earnings report. I didn't know they were going to have as good of numbers as they did. And I believe I'm fortunate enough to still make a move because it is still trading well under $6 a share. So the opportunity is still there, I believe. And even if it does trade a bit lower, like I said, guys, I will leave myself some room to fall so I can buy more. And perhaps I'll even hedge this position with some call and put options. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for the video. Make sure to go down to the comments and tell me, where do you see CannTrust trading at in 1 year from today? So that would be May 18th, 2020. Thanks as always for watching the video, and have a great day.